Good morning, all. I'm Epstein with your morning flash update on this tariff day, and it is Tuesday, March 4th, 2025, 8:25 a.m. Central Time. All right, before we go into the markets, let's take a look at the news. You're going to get the API numbers coming out shortly. There was one other set of numbers today, and I just didn't put it up there. My fault. Let's get to the tariffs because that's what I was concentrating on. They have hit. They hit at 12:01 a.m. Central Time today, Tuesday. 25% duties on most Canadian, Mexican imports, and raising the charge on China tariffs to 20%. Canadian oil and I believe some natural gas, about 10%, but it's a mixed bag how they do that. Canada immediately hit back with 25% tariffs on about $30 billion worth of goods from the U.S. And the second round is going to happen when they hit $125 billion of products in 3 weeks. And that will include big ticket items like cars, trucks, steel, and aluminum. In China, they hit back right away. They imposed tariffs as high as 15%, mainly on American agriculture shipments. It could be wheat, soybeans, things of that nature. And they have targeted 25 U.S. companies that cannot ship into their markets any longer. You'll notice Mexico is missing on this. Ms. Scheinbaum is talking as I'm talking, and we'll find out what Mexico is going to do shortly, but they will do something. They have been so reluctant. Frankly, I was expecting that the president was going to give Mexico a break, given all the things in the positive way they've done. Harvey Letnick said, no, too much fentanyl still coming. He mentioned this morning on CNBC that 75,000 people die a year in the U.S. from fentanyl, and it needs to really be shut down. And that seems to be the issue that Trump is taking. Now, remember, tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 Eastern, the president will speak before Congress. It'll be widely televised. We'll get more facts, more ideas as to what he's doing. So you're seeing energy prices down. We saw today that Aramco, I'm sorry, I said that wrong, Aramco out of Saudi Arabia, cutting their dividend by about a third. But again, they are going, and I'm talking OPEC is going with a increase in April of oil. They're going just over 100,000 barrels a day, but that can ramp up very quickly. We are looking at heating oil still getting a bid today, as well as natural gas. So these are the two items that the markets via tariffs are looking at. What are they going to do and where are they? Remember, a certain amount of product that we get in the U.S. comes from different places that will have tariffs on them. Take a look at what's going on in Bitcoin. You do remember Sunday night, this market shot up to near $96,000. Now the market's back under actually Friday's closing price, and back to 83,100 because everybody's saying, well, the president can say he wants to make it a reserve, possibly looking into the study of it. Where's that money going to come from? And who's going to agree with that? He can't do that quite on his own. So you're getting a bid also in bonds and notes as people are nervous as can be. What does this mean? So that's the safe haven hedge. When you take a look at the grains across the board, they're getting hit, with the exception of soybean oil, which will be the stellar performer. This is the market that's more in shortage. Got to look at rapeseed that comes into us, oil from Canada, how this all plays out. Soft markets getting hit with the exception of coffee at this point. Orange juice has been mentioned as one of the items that could see tariffs on them that we send to Canada. And the dollar, you've bounced off the lows about 20, 30 points. You're still down another 55 points, and most currencies are up against this market. Take a look at the euro, because I would expect that the European Central Bank later this week, I believe, is when they meet, and I'm looking for a 25 basis point cut. In the gold, you are up today. Silver's barely higher. Copper is lower. Now, another thing you have to deal with is time elements. In China, the National Party Congress is now meeting. And as it meets, we will find out what they're going to do to be able to support the economy. Remember, they had the meetings back starting at the latter quarter of 2024. They agreed on amounts, how they were going to take monies, and now we're going to see the implementation. The fact that copper has come off the lows this much means positive things are being said somewhere. So I'd be looking at that, but keep up with the news throughout the day. And that's one of the things we're able to do for you. You know, we put out newsletters all day long. My own research, I put out 2 reports Monday through Thursday, 1 Friday, 1 on Sunday night. And then Linn, they do it all day long. And whether you're trading in the grain markets, like we're talking the softs, the energies, the currencies, we cover it with charts, we cover it with research, we cover option strategies, and then all the other things you can learn, like price counts, how you work with those, the different booklets we have. So just go to iraepstein.com, free offers, or you can move your cursor to the top here. There's an icon, it'll take you there. With that, I'm Ira Epstein. I'll catch up with you tonight as we review the day's action. You have a good trading.